Hey guys, this is another look at ZB, a quick follow-up to the previous video ahead of the CPI data tomorrow. And in the previous video, I was talking about this lows to lows extension. This red line here is the 618 resistance, and we dipped into it on price, and then the equivalent yield extension was right here, and we dipped in even on yield, a small amount, about 15 basis points, but it did dip in. And then we ripped. And so this move, this is the low right here. It looked like a three-wave move into the low, right? A one, two, three, and then we had an ABC, a weak correction. The C wave is only half of the A wave. And then what looks like a one, two, three, four, five waves down. And going into the CPI tomorrow, I just want to raise the possibility, at least, that this is a failed fifth wave. And we came down and we didn't make a new low. We retraced all of this price except for this wick on this 1-2 hour candle right here, the last half point. It could not get down there and make a new low. And so that means that this extension would be over. We ran from a 618 retracement, dipped in to a 618 target, dipped in, and then we made sort of a failed fifth, kind of a double bottom here. And I think that's on the table ahead of tomorrow. And one way to use channels on ZB, looking at this as a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave move. Let's just assume it's complete for a second. You draw the channel from the second wave pivot and the fourth wave pivot, and then you drag it across to the third wave pivot, and it can help predict the terminus of the fifth wave. The fifth wave can end either at the median, like it did here, or it can sort of make a marginal new low and wick across the median, or it can come all the way down and bang on the bottom of the channel again, or even underthrow it. And so the fact that we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, and then a complete 5 wave move here that ends at the median of this channel, and then this fifth wave ends in a fifth wave that is an ending diagonal. I mean, it's on the table that this is a failed fifth. And speaking of the ending diagonal here, that is riding the median of this channel. If we look at that on the tick chart, if you trade ZB, you have to recognize this an ending diagonal. And it traded either as a extension off of this or traditional off of this. Probably that, actually, because it ran from the 618 retracement to the 618 target. But an ending diagonal is a chop fest, and it's 3 down, 3 up, 3 down, 3 up, 3 down. And I think the reason the algos use it on ZB so often is that it's a way to create time and volume in a given price zone to establish a position before the reversal. And an ending diagonal is a good way to chop up human traders, right? Because if you're trying to catch the low, it gets undercut once and twice and 3 times and 4 times. And you have to recognize it for what it is early and either just sit through the pain or wait for the fifth wave. So this is an essential fractal to recognize. And the fact that this ending diagonal right here, that it sort of rode the median of this channel, which is sort of textbook, connecting the 2, the 3, and the 4, it makes me think that the algos are aware of these channels and these medians, and that they use them programmatically. They're not drawing channels, but the mathematics of the channel is programmed. Because I really don't think that, this was a bunch of human traders in the overnight session creating this ending diagonal at the median here. I think it's algorithmic. These channels are algorithmic, which is one reason why they tend to work so well on ZB. And so, I mean, that's why I think they're essential in addition to all of the fib level stuff. When you combine them, that's when it really can help dial things in. So tomorrow, it seems like it's bimodal. Either this was a failed fifth and the low is in, it actually occurred back here on October 24th, which sounds odd given the ferocity, unrelenting nature of this decline, that we would have a failed fifth at the end. But given that this lows to lows extension, it dipped into the 618 up here and it dipped into the 618 target down here, maybe it ran far enough where the algos just decided to take profit on shorts. So anyway, algorithmically, I'm sorry, bimodal. Either the low is in and this is a wave one and we're going to break out of this pinkish channel tomorrow, or this was 1 of 5 down, this is a 2 of 5 up, and we're going to get a wave 3 of 5 down tomorrow. In the previous video, I talked about these targets down here. So resistance is this channel. An overthrow of this channel might be a selling opportunity, but it's equally possible that we get a buyable dip tomorrow. I think it's a coin toss, really. If the first move is the algorithmic rip lower, that could be buyable, possibly. Is that everything I wanted to say here? Fifth wave, failed fifth, median, ending diagonal. This channel, I think, is the thing to watch. And then we are squeezing higher here after hours. So I mean, this retracement held, and so at this degree of trend, this correction here is already a little bit stronger than this correction here, right? This was an A, a B, and the C that retraced 50% and made just a marginal new high, which is exactly what this looked like here on the hour chart. We had a 5-wave move up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, an ABC down that retraced 50%. Then we made a marginal new high, and then it looked like we were failing. But after hours, I'm not sure what's going on. I haven't looked at this in a while. So whatever's happening, this correction is already different and a little bit stronger than this ABC correction. I think that's everything I want to say. We had this decline here. Yield came up to the stealth fib resistance level, and it hasn't made a new high yet. So I don't have the cleanest of reads on what is happening in here, but I'm going to be watching this channel. I think that's all I have to say ahead of tomorrow's event. Okay, thanks guys.